yes, insects. One of the most interesting creatures to have existed. Butterflies, bees, mantises, they're all beautiful. There's so many kinds of them that even this thing existed too. Yep, including this one. Nothing too surprising. What's up, lads? I'm Recorder, and we'll talk about this one that somehow even the adults would panic when they see one. Cockroaches. The bug that strikes fear even to one of the strongest men. Who doesn't want to get rid of him? Look, all parts of their body are covered with diseases. Ugh, I know, pretty gross. So unless you live in a clean environment, you've probably seen these creepy crawlers at least once in your life. And you probably don't like them at all. And I can't blame you guys for that.
But why bother yapping about cockroaches specifically?
You might be asking. That's because no matter how many times I've been exposed to this insect, my fear only festered. And unfortunately, it came to the point where I realized I developed a phobia of them, which is called Catsaridophobia. Fear of cockroaches. Now obviously, cockroaches aren't the only disliked bugs. I mean, you've probably hated these other bugs as well, like centipedes, flies, and yeah, it's enough. I don't want to make you all too uncomfortable by this. If I happen to see just one roach, my body will enter the zone, a state where my mind is hyper-focused on the roach's movement, trying to predict where it's going. And just like any normal person would do in order to combat the situation, I'd grab an insect killer spray and, well, spray at it, hoping for it to die swiftly. But of course, life doesn't always work that way. I remember this one time where I was going to the kitchen and I saw a cockroach just staying near the rubbish bin. From there, I slowly moved back and ran just to get the insect spray. As I went back to the kitchen, I saw not just one, but 3 cockroaches crawling near the bin. At this point, the anxiety and fear was so strong that I couldn't even move at all. No movement. Not my legs, not my hands, just standing there, watching. So this is what it's like when I'm too scared to move. I was so scared that right after spraying one of them, I immediately ran to another room and closed the door, just waiting for them to rot. Seeing one roach is enough to make me tremble, but more than 2? I wouldn't even move at all. But you know what's worse than seeing multiple roaches crawling around? Yes, that's right, cockroaches that fly! I kid you not, the level of fear I feel when they start flying, especially towards you, is bloody immeasurable. I'm not exaggerating. There was this one time I saw a roach crawling in the walls and, as usual, one of my relatives decided to kill it. But instead of using the spray, she had to slap it with a broom, for some reason. And then it started flying. You might be thinking that these were not the worst experiences I had, but wrong! Because I also remembered this incident where I was just taking some of my clothes out from a closet to fold them again. And as I took the last pile, a red roach, out of nowhere, suddenly came out and crawled in my arm before I shook it off and jumped around panicking. I don't know how it got there, but dang, I could still remember the feeling of its alien-like legs crawling in my arm. Ugh. Okay, enough about roaches. Disgusting. You know what's the insect that I really like? Dragonflies. I'm telling you lads, this insect is literally the GOAT.
That's why it's the GOAT!
Why? Because they keep insects like the roach and mosquito population under control. Plus, if you see them at your place, then it means that your surrounding is actually clean. Yeah. Alright, so first off, this is my very first end card, yeah. And also I'd like to mention a big thank you for all the fan arts I've gotten. Like, I didn't even make my first video, storytime video to be exact, and you guys are already making fan arts of me, which is bloody insane, you know? But just a big thank you, okay? If you're wondering why I'm being so quiet, it's because everyone's sleeping. Almost everyone's sleeping. And yeah, I gotta be a little quiet here. Yeah, how could I forget? like the video and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next few posts, I guess. And keep yourself safe. Yeah.